Good morning, sports card community. ZiggyNo here. It's June 2nd. You guys catch everything going on yesterday on YouTube on June 1st? Well, if you didn't, sit right back. I'll give you a quick update and give you links below some of the channels you might have missed. It's in the storylines that happened yesterday, June 1st. This is ZiggyNo, and I'm bringing you a quick daily update. If you would like to be part of this daily update and I'm not subscribing, please leave a link below, comment, anything you can, and I'll start following your channel, add that to the daily update. I'm looking for notable news, things that are changing. You'll kind of see as I go through the update a little bit later on. But again, sit back. Hope you enjoy this, and thank you again for subscribing to the channel. I do appreciate your comments and feedback, and we'll see more live content coming soon as well. With that being said, let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'll hide my ugly mug, and let's get into it. Okay. So first thing that I saw, I'm not say first thing, in no specific order, some of the good content that dropped on June 1st. We had Sports Card Radio, love them or hate them, dropped a really good montage to sports card influencers. Sports card influencers doing what they do best. Everybody from Jeff at Sports Card Investor to Daps Sports Card, the Great Curator, Sports Card Invest, Mojo Auto, Slab Stocks, Graded Card Investor, who's previously PSA Card, Lucas Tigers and Bronze, Gary V are just a few of the sports card investors that were mentioned in this montage. I'm curious to see what the responses are. Next up, real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at Flipping Steve on the content creation. Flipping Steve put out a video a few days ago about what to do to kind of freshen up some content. And this is one of his first videos where he takes you golfing, introduce you some friends, and still talk sports cards. I really enjoyed the new format and enjoyed his willingness to kind of, mix it up a little bit. Next up was a video from Between Two Slabs, the Great Curator and Merle World Cards. Now, I'll quickly say this. I was involved in their chat, made several comments, never heard any responses, and then found out I was blocked. Now, I'm not going to sit here and talk about it. I'm only bringing your attention to the Between Two Slabs. These guys have been kind of controversial since they've been accused of kind of pumping, colluding, hyping cards. Now, again, they came up in Sports Card Radio, so I'll leave it at that. You can check out the video and be a judge on your own. More content to come. Next up, great video here from Extreme Card Breaks. This is just a guy who's ripping open a 1952 Topps baseball pack. And you tell me, did he do well? Did he not do well? I'll tell you, there was no mantle in the pack, but it was interesting to watch the pack be ripped, how hard it was to rip it, and listen to silence as he goes through this pack of cards. I kind of wonder, was he happy with it? Next up was a good episode talking about the National from those back pages. If you haven't already, I do recommend subscribing to those back pages. One of the OGs of sports card content. And somebody you'll be easy to recognize at the Sports Card National is a large beard, kind of the ZZ Top look. So take a look, follow, and comment. I will say, guys, as you comment to some of these channels, please let them know ZiggyNo sent you. Say Ziggy sent me, or you watch Ziggy's channel. I'd like for everybody to know and to start, spreading love in the sports card community. Sports Card Investor, my buddy Andy here, did a great follow-up video as is a national card show worth attending? Do recommend this. He did one last year, created a bunch of controversy. This one's a little more toned down, but what's interesting is he uses one of the OGs to prove a point about the economy and costs and what's probably going to happen to Sports Card National. It's really about convenience and cost. It's not about desire or want. Next up, quick video here from Tech and Cards. This channel just launched on June 1st. This is Brad, Texas Card Dude, also on Hobby Hotline, which you'll see in a moment. Did a great little interview with myself. Yep, that's me, talking about NFTs, non-fungible tokens. More to come from Brad in the months ahead with Tech and Cards. Brad was also on the Hobby Hotline, and that he had a good conversation with Rich. I forget the other gentleman's name. I don't have my notes in front of me, but had a great conversation talking about hobby and talking about sports card shows, setting up shows, admissions, and kind of just the overall, hobby pulse. One of the favorite videos I caught yesterday was Ken and Logan Paul here opening a box of 1999 Pokemon. Now, let me just say this. Listen to this.
That is nothing short of beautiful. Yep, definitely. If we don't pull a Charizard right now, I can confidently say this is the worst first edition box I've ever seen in my life.
And who did you get it from again?
That guy right there. That guy right there.
What was their name?
Blazing Card.
Now, I'll just put it this way. They go through a whole box of Pokemon. I'm not going to talk about what happens. You can watch or go to the end and get the answer. But I will say this. What I did not like about this is at the end, Ken Golden makes an unsolicited offer for his Pokemon around his neck, which I think was 7.5, and Logan Paul says that net him 2.2 million. And I'm thinking to myself, why would you say no? Anyway, just my thoughts. Next up, quick video here from one of my favorite content creators. Not that anyone's not a favorite, but you know who you are. Bobbles and Ball Card did a great video looking at the Juan Soto first Bowman refractor. It's kind of an interesting video. It's one of those aha moments. It's also one of those, it's the word I'm looking for, arbitrage. At the same time, I don't know if I take the risk. I just think the sports card correction will continue. Correction, guys, in my opinion, I believe most prices will go back to pre-2020 prices. I just do. And I think you'll see some steep falls in sports cards. And I'll just, I don't want to go the index thing, but I think the index is more negative. If you looked at overall cards, if you took every card, it's a negative one. Here's another quick video. This is from Retro Hoops Collectible. Really like this video because, I forget the gentleman's name, but he did these weekly updates on PSA grading. This one real quickly talks about the fact that PSA did 250,000 cards in 1 week. How the hell they do this? How is that possible? Now, again, I'm not going to sit there and beat this dead, but I will simply say this. Does anybody, is anybody yet realizing the quality sucks? And therefore, when you're paying for a 10, you're actually paying for an inferior product? And does anybody also want to admit that all Nat has done in the year he's been here is made more money and devalued the quality of PSA? I mean, like, are you more happy about PSA than you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? It's an interesting video, and I think there are so many people out there who are really looking for another grading company to rise. And I think that once we lose a lot of the fictitious hype, money grabbing people, I think the collector community will drag us back towards an SGC, a BGS, or maybe my personal favorite, who's the sleeping one, CSG, only because, and I have no CSG slabs, only because what they're doing as a company. Last quick video here is a video from Slab Talk. Now, I'll quickly say I've been a fan of Slab Talk, Rob and Emil, for a while. I've watched them both build their channels. I've listened quietly. Most of what they say I disagree with. And it's not out of an argument. It's just I think they're very naive. They come from a different perspective in the hobby. But I do enjoy listening to them. So I did want to bring them up. And I'll say this too. I would love to have any one of these content creators collaborate with me, have you live on my channel. If you'd be interested in doing that. I've reached out to several to talk about doing stuff like that. I always like to get the pulse of some of these content creators. If you guys are out there, I'd like for you to please, like I said, check out these channels if you're interested in the topics I talked about. If you leave a comment, please let them know that Ziggy sent you. I'm going to start building up the momentum of the Ziggy content creation and giving you updates on what's going on around the hobby, content creation. I did, what I just realized I lost here was last night off center. Was a really good conversation with I can probably pull it up here, with Vault. And this is funny because I'm not a Vault fan, but I am a fan of people. And they had AG on from the Vault last night and learned about some new things that Alt is doing. Now, again, I'm not going to recommend Alt to you because I still don't feel like sending my cards to a Vault. But the NFT things they were doing caught my interest. Now, you guys, the sports card people, probably won't be as interested, but the NFT piece did catch my interest. I also did enjoy listening to Brad and Dustin, babble. They even had a little funny skit last night that I thought was very clever. So I was very much entertained. Today's Thursday, June 2nd. So the best show I would tell you to catch today, make sure you keep your eyes open for Go GTS Live. They do a great show Thursday around 9, and they have a great hobby happenings, bring you up to speed on what's going on in the hobby. Thanks again, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have not already, please like, comment, subscribe. I love the comments, love the feedback.